just finished our last day of the school term. A glorious 2.5-month summer vacation lay ahead.
There she is. Amy, wait. You can't go home now.
You can't go home because Mr. Davis is looking for you.
Mr. Davis, what's he want?
Well, I think he said something about your attending school this summer, right, Katie?
Yes, that's right. You had trouble with arithmetic for most of the year, remember, Amy?
All I did was to get division and multiplication a little mixed up.
Amy, Mr. Davis will never accept mixed up as an excuse.
You must be certain of your multiplication tables.
Yeah, well, I knew it all perfectly by the end of the year. I passed the final, didn't I?
Just passing isn't good enough.
Yes, you're right. I guess Mr. Davis wants us all to be better than average.
Well, you'd better hurry or old Davis will be in a huff.
And you know how he hates to be kept waiting. It won't do to start off a whole summer of study with Davis angry.
You mean I have to study the whole summer long?
Oh, without a doubt. Each summer, one student in each class is chosen specially. They receive special training every day.
It's strict policy. But I guess you didn't know about it because, well, you started school a week after it was announced, right?
Really?
Yes, Jenny Snow was chosen last year. Gosh, her work got a whole lot better.
But what if I don't want to do it?
Don't turn down the chance of a lifetime. Amy, this is a great honor.
Oh, why me?
Amy, you should be glad. Every day you'll be tutored by Mr. Davis himself personally.
Oh.
He'll be guiding your destiny.
What if I just refuse to do it?
Amy, no one has ever refused in the entire school's history. You can't break the tradition.
Yeah, so go on in there now and tell him you accept. We'll be waiting out here for you.
Oh, my summer vacation would be ruined. The idea of spending my vacation imprisoned by the watchful eye of Mr. Davis was a gloomy prospect indeed. Now I understand. You were playing a trick on me. Hey, you two, come back here. Katie, Susie, come back here. If that's your idea of a joke, I don't think it's very funny. Hurry, Katie.
The hill!
Yeah! Come on, you two, wait for me! Oh, rats! Meanwhile, Jo was looking forward to her summer vacation as well. Aunt March's doctor prescribed that she spend the summer at the Hot Springs Health Spa, so Jo would have that whole time for herself.
Good night, Auntie. Good night.
Now, Polly, I've just awakened. You stupid bird. You're supposed to ask, did you have a good nap?
Stupid bird. Stupid bird.
Aunt March, I think you'd better be careful or he'll be calling us stupid next, right?
No, I don't think he'd learn a new word that quickly. Now, you really wouldn't call us stupid now, would you, Polly?
Stupid Auntie. Stupid Joe. Stupid Polly.
Did you say you wanted a vacation?
Well, not exactly. I asked if you were still intending to go to the health spa this summer. Are you, Auntie?
I think not.
Aunt March, but what about your rheumatism? Dr. Christie recommended the spa, right?
I don't want to go again. Unless there's some way I can convince you to come with me so I'll have someone to talk to.
But only old people go. I heard that everyone just sits around and complains all day.
And that's exactly why I'm not going. They're just a bunch of mummies sitting around waiting to drop dead.
The King family left for their mountain cabin over a week ago, and they'll be gone all summer long. Golly, Aunt March, that's a 2-month vacation for Meg.
Oh, really?
Yes, she's thrilled about it.
I'm sorry, Josephine. You'd like to see me go so you can get a vacation too, wouldn't you? But I'm not going. I didn't go last year, and that is why I was here when you and your family arrived.
Gosh, we've been here a whole year already.
Yes, dear. Time certainly does fly, doesn't it?
Just think, a whole year. Oh, but it seems a lot longer than that. I've gotten so used to this house, I'm beginning to feel like I was born here.
I don't like to talk about time. Well, Joe, can you accept a job for the entire summer?
I'll accept it. I like being here.
That's good, Joe. The best thing you can do for body and soul is dedicated work. I always say the idle mind brings nothing but heartache.
Is Aunt March in her room, Esther?
What brings you here, David?
Aunt March, that's not a very friendly greeting.
Come to pester me about money, I suppose.
You've been cross with me ever since Jo and her family arrived here. You never used to say things like, "What brings you here, David?"
Really? How did I used to greet you?
As I remember it, you were always extremely glad to see me. And whenever I needed money, you were always very generous.
You didn't ask so frequently.
My, oh my. All this censure, and the only reason I came was to ask you if you changed your mind about going to the spa. I was only concerned about your health, Auntie. I want you to make sure that you're taking care of yourself.
You needn't froth
Huh?
so. I haven't changed my mind about going, so you don't have to pretend to concern yourself about my health.
Oh, is that your final word then?
Yes. The place bores me to tears in case you need further explanation.
But what about your health? Dr. Christie told me that the weather at the spa is very beneficial to your rheumatism.
You spoke to Dr. Christie? I asked him not to speak to you about it. Well, I'll only go on one condition, and that is that you or someone talk this young woman into accompanying me there.
How could you possibly refuse to go with her?
It's my own choosing.
Don't you mean you're not concerned about it? A mere 2.5 months isn't that much to repay someone who's treated you with the utmost kindness.
If Aunt March really wanted to go, she would go and take Esther with her. But she doesn't want to go, and she's not going to be talked into it.
Well, if she dies here, it'll be on your conscience.
What? I know what you're trying to do. You're just trying to make me feel guilty.
Well, it's very plain to me that I care much more about Aunt March than you ever could. How could you be cross with me when it's I who really care about you and not her?
You're right, David. I can see that now very clearly.
Aunt March, that's not true.
Be quiet, Joe, and let me say something. May I ask you a question?
Certainly.
If you don't mind, I have a favor I must ask of you, David. It's just a trifling little thing.
Anything for you, Auntie.
Good. I would like you to accompany me on my journey.
Me?
Yes, since you care so much about me. You'll make an excellent companion for me. The spa is so quiet, I'd go out of my mind without someone to talk to. Stomachache, David?
No, I have an appointment. I guess we'll have to talk about this later, Auntie. Oh, drat.
You love to pick at David, don't you, Auntie?
He deserves it.
Well, I guess I had better be getting home now.
Yes, my love to everyone.
I hope all this arguing didn't upset you. Well, bye-bye now.
Oh, Joe, wait a moment, please.
Huh?
I'll walk you to the porch.
Oh, that's all right. Don't get up on my account, Auntie.
Oh, it's all right. I want to stretch my legs anyway. Ah, it's still quite light out.
Yes, the days are longest at this time of year.
But I'm not here to make small talk, Josephine. Would working till 6 o'clock be any problem to you?
Beg pardon?
I want you to work till 6 from now on.
But that's past supper.
It would mean a $4 pay increase, plus supper.
How much?
That will make quite a good income for a girl your age.
Yes, it will. But I was hoping that I would have more time for myself this summer. I'll be the only one in my family who won't have a vacation this year.
I don't want to take away from the time you have with your family. I'm just asking you to spend a little more time with me. When you're gone, my time seems to pass so slowly. Will you think about it and give me your answer tomorrow?
Yes,
With Meg no longer working for the Kings all summer, Jill had no choice but to take up Auntie's offer, as her extra income would make up for the loss of Meg's.
Hi, Joe.
Anthony, I'm sorry. I must have been daydreaming. What's up?
That's no kind of a question to ask a real reporter, Joe. A man with a nose for news has to be everywhere at once.
Then you're not taking a summer vacation this year either?
Summer vacation? Are you kidding? Whew, no way. When you're in the newspaper business, you never even get one day off.
Poor you.
How about you, Joe? Are you getting some time off?
Hardly. Just the opposite.
How's that, Joe?
Aunt Marge requested I work even longer hours.
Too bad.
But I'm gonna refuse to do it.
Right. That's the spirit. Just tell your aunt all work and no play will make Joe a dull girl. Well, I better get going. I have an appointment. I'm late already. See you around, Joe.
Bye, Anthony. Anthony has to work all the time, and it certainly hasn't made him dull. Oh.
The summer vacation that I was so looking forward to was upon us. But after a few days, I discovered I was bored. I'd been noticing that Meg was spending lots of time with Laurie's tutor, Mr. Brooke.
And after that, he tied all their shoelaces together.
Mr. Brooke, I completed the assignment.
Gotta run.
They sure chattered and laughed a lot when they were together. What were you two giggling about this time?
Amy, I do believe you were eavesdropping on us.
I couldn't help hearing.
Why don't you go somewhere and play?
I can't think of a single thing to do.
How about rowing at the lake?
I did that yesterday.
Then why don't you go see what some of your friends are up to?
Both Susie and Katie have gone off with their families to their summer houses, and I'm getting bored having no one but Carolyn to play with every day.
A good book will keep you occupied.
Yeah, but I've already read all the books we have at home.
And have you already read the one I got you from the library?
If you mean Oliver Twist, it's too hard.
It isn't that difficult, Amy.
By the way, what were you and Mr. Brooke laughing at?
That's none of your business.
Oh, come on now. It's not fair to keep a secret from me. Tell me, Meg.
If you must know, John was just telling me about his younger brother, Thomas.
Wait a minute. You called him John?
Of course I did. There's no reason not to call him by his first name.
Yeah? Well, what's so amusing about John's younger brother?
John told me that Tom is quite a mischief maker. Tom is coming to visit. He'll be staying with John all summer long, and he's about your age, Amy. You should get along fine.
It's not all that bad, Joe. Try to think of it as a blessing instead.
But I didn't want to work at all this summer. Now my hours are longer, Marmee.
Well, now, who's responsible for that? You are, my dear, because you made the commitment to your aunt. Is working for Aunt Marge all that difficult?
No, Aunt Marge is a pleasure to work for. It's just that I wanted to have some time to work on improving my writing, Marmee. All by myself, alone.
Aunt Marge delights in your company, Joe. You made the right choice.
I know. Who is that young fellow with Amy?
Wowee, Tom. You are a real acrobat.
This is easy as 1, 2, 3, Amy. I'll teach you how to do it sometime.
Okay.
Who are those ladies?
Where?
Don't be late.
Amy!
That's my mother and sister. I'll introduce you. My sister's name is Jo.
That's a funny name for a girl.
Who is that young twerp hanging up there?
He's Mr. Brooke's younger brother, Tom. He's staying with Mr. Brooke this summer.
Well, hello there. I'm Amy's big sister, Jo.
Hi, Jo. Here I come. My name's Tom. I'm real pleased to meet you. My last name is Brooke. I'm John Brooke's younger brother.
Are you staying all summer?
Mm-hmm. I usually spend my summers in Europe, but I couldn't go this year.
Oh, what a shame. Here comes your brother now.
Hi, Joe. I just heard the awful news that you're gonna have to work all summer. I know how much you were looking forward to your vacation.
That's all right, Laurie. I don't mind. How are you this evening, Mr. Brooke?
I'm fine, Joe. Thomas, I hope you've been behaving yourself.
Yes, sir. Mom gave me a long talking to before I left and said not to make 1 ounce of mischief. Don't worry, I won't make you ashamed of me.
Tom, you think you're pretty smart, but that mouth of yours is going to get you into trouble someday. let's head for home now, okay?
Mm-hmm. Bye.
See you soon, Tommy.
I'm getting hungry. When do we eat?
Mr. Brooke, hold on. You were gonna help me tell Joe about what we were planning.
Be brave, Laurie. Do it yourself.
Only if you'll do my homework for me.
Tell me what, Laurie?
Well, you see, I'd like to invite all of you to a party that John and I are planning.
Where?
Can I go?
Yes, uh-huh.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy! I'm going to a party!
It'll be held outside at Lake Lauren. It's beautiful there.
On the lake? That sounds like fun.
Now, the first thing we have to accomplish is to gain your mother's permission so that you can attend.
Uh-oh, what am I going to wear? Of course, Marmee gave the event her blessing, and the rest of the week was spent in blissful excitement preparing ourselves for the big day. We had hardly seen hide nor hair of Laurie, John, or Tom since Laurie's invitation. When we did catch sight of one of them, he was always scurrying about with a piece of outdoor equipment, saying something like, "Gotta run, see you Saturday." The four of us had our work cut out for us as well. What does one wear to an outdoor party? We chose dresses and bonnets, except for Jo, who wore her favorite hat, of course.
Yeah.
Bye, Marmee. Bye, Hannah.
I just hope they don't ruin their dresses out in those woods.
How far do we have to go to get there, Jo?
It isn't far. Huh?
What's the matter, Joe?
There's Anthony. Can you pull up for a second or two? Hey there.
Hi.
What are you doing way out here?
The nose for news goes everywhere, remember? So, where are you nice ladies off to?
I got the day off and we were all invited to a party at the lake.
Oh. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Don't you work too hard today, Anthony. Okay, we can go.
Here, there.
Lake Lauren, I'll bet.
Say, would you get the basket of cutlery for me?
Your recipe has worked out marvelously, sir.
Thanks a lot. Mr. Brooke and I will be able to take it from here. Sam, take some time for yourself when we're finished here.
Yes, sir.
They're here, Laurie! I saw them coming!
Hey, we better get going and greet our guest, Mr. Brooke.
I'm right behind you, Laurie.
My feet are killing me, but I've got to get there before they do.
The meal that the fellows prepared was sure to go down in March family history as legendary.
This is absolutely wonderful. I had no idea you two were such good cooks. Everything is simply perfect.
Doubly perfect.
Thank you, ladies. As always, it's a distinct privilege to entertain you.
What are we going to do after we finish eating, Laurie?
Oh, whatever pleases you. We have lots of activities on the agenda to keep you occupied, miss.
Laurie!
You're hard.
Hey, Meg, what's an agenda?
Hey!
My hero, yay! Don't worry, Amy, he's tame. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of horses like this where I come from. There! You see, there's nothing to it when you know what you're doing. Oh, dear!
I could only watch as the horse carried Tom away. I was helpless to stop it.
There.
Gee, Joe, it's too bad you have to work all summer long, isn't
Yes,
it?
I'm quite disappointed. I wanted to have some time to myself to write a full-length novel this summer.
What kind of novel do you think you'd write, Joe?
That's a secret. I'll let you read it when it's finished, though.
Help! Help me! Stop it!
Hey!
Whoa, whoa, boy! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, golly. Come on, kid, speak to me. Are you all right? Hey, snap out of it, will ya?
Hey, dinner was great, Laurie.
Dinner?
I'm ready to go back for another helping.
Anthony brought a rapidly recovering Tom back to camp, where Tom did have another helping. At sunset, it was our turn to provide the entertainment.
Way down upon the Swanee River, far, far away. That's where my heart is yearning ever, back where the old folks stay.
All the world seems bright and cheery everywhere we go.
Oh, no, Amy, you sang it too fast.
I did not.
And
way down upon the Swanee River, far, far away. That's where we'll go when we are yearning, back where our good friends stay. Back where our good friends stay. Yes, back where our good friends stay.
We all finished together.
that was just he without Beth at the piano.
We could be arrested for that.
We continued to sing, progressively better with the addition of the gentleman's tenor and baritone, until the stars were well up in the sky. During the coach ride home, I realized all thoughts of boredom had vanished from my mind. Tom? Oh. Jo said that she was so filled with the day's pleasures that she wouldn't mind returning to work at Aunt March's at all. Thank you, Mr. Brooke, and thank you, Laurie.
Fortunes of war can change their way. We imagine our lives will be the march from a